You fall straight from the sky to the ground. It looks painful, but fortunately, you survive. On the grasslands of Tanzania, Africa, you welcome your life as a giraffe. Mom quickly licks you a few times, then gently nudges you with her nose, urging you to stand up on those long, spindly legs. The first attempt is always the hardest, and you might fall several times, but before long, you wobble to your feet. You stumble toward your mother and drink her milk for the first time. It tastes pretty good. Your herd decides to migrate, so you stumble along behind your mother. Soon, you meet the other members of the herd, about 10 in total. The tall, alert male with the white mane is the leader of the herd, and also your father. You aren't the only baby. There are other calves with equally shaky legs around. You touch noses, gently rub necks, and occasionally bump heads. This is the unique way giraffes socialize. Giraffe calves rely on mother's milk for 6 to 10 months. By the time you are 6 months old, you start getting tired of milk, so you join your mother and the other adults in trying grass for the first time. The taste isn't anything special. Suddenly, a strange scent mixed with the smell of grass hits you. You flinch. It's a lion. Before you can figure out how to run, your mother shields you like a living wall. She lets out a low growl and stomps her feet heavily. The male giraffes quickly close in, surrounding the females and calves in the center. The lion hesitates. Challenging an angry army of giraffes alone isn't smart, and he eventually sneaks back into the bushes. Relieved, you lower your head to eat grass again. Days pass, and you get used to the herd's daily rhythm, foraging in the early morning and resting in the shade at noon. You rarely lie down because getting up is too troublesome, so you usually sleep standing up. Occasionally, you see young males challenging your father's leadership. Life continues methodically until the dry season arrives. The oldest, most experienced female in the herd knows where to find fresh leaves and water, so she leads the migration. Survival depends on reaching the right place at the right time. Fortunately, giraffes are semi-nomadic and don't have to cross the whole continent. You stay in the middle of the herd, traversing rough terrain until the dry land turns into green grasslands and a line of green trees appears on the horizon. 2 years later, you officially enter puberty. Your mother, the dominant females, and even your father are no longer as affectionate as before. You realize you are no longer welcome. You have 2 choices: overthrow your father or be banished. To keep your limbs intact, you wisely choose to leave. You say goodbye to your cousin, who surprisingly leaves with you, while the female cousins stay behind. The 2 of you begin to adapt to life as bachelor males, searching for food daily, avoiding lions and hyenas, and sometimes running for your lives. One day, you meet a bachelor group of 5 giraffes. You travel together, forage together, and occasionally spar within the group. These fights teach you a few tricks, but until you are stronger, you avoid head-on confrontations. The next task is to find a female herd and become their leader. You set off with your companions and soon encounter a pride of lions. Luckily, they aren't interested in you. They are targeting a lone male, not a group. You exchange glances and move on. After crossing open grasslands, a target finally appears, a herd of female giraffes. You tremble with nervousness, but your friends cheer you on. The current leader notices you and immediately understands your intent. The duel begins almost instantly. You stomp your feet hard and use your teeth when necessary, and your opponent retaliates in kind. The duel continues until one side gives up, usually lasting about 10 minutes, but it feels like a lifetime. Eventually, you limp back to your group, covered in cuts and bruises. Taking over a herd isn't easy. It's a game of repeated challenges and failures, but every wound makes you stronger. When the drought returns, you go back to the fertile lands you visited before. Life returns to routine, male fights, foraging, survival. A desire burns within you. You must win a herd of females. Finally, at age 5, you defeat another male and win the right to all the females. You become the new leader. Your bachelor companions scatter to make their own way. Such partings are normal for them. Welcome to a new life, filled with new challenges. You are now the first line of defense against lions, constantly patrolling the territory and staying alert for danger. In the dry season, the wise matriarch leads the herd to lush places. In seasons of plenty, you face threats from lions, hyenas, and rival giraffes. The females are busy giving birth and raising calves, watching your every battle. You are at your peak and almost invincible. If you get injured, the females take care of you. Another long, cruel, ruthless dry season passes. You use your years of experience to lead the herd to food and river water. Young males dare not challenge you for now, and occasionally you have to remind the lions who rules here. You are now a seasoned warrior, familiar with every rock on the savannah. But as time passes, your muscles begin to ache, and your movements are no longer agile. No one cares about this. You must still fight. A young, strong, ambitious giraffe stands before you. Perhaps this will be your last duel. The fight ends faster than you imagined. You lose. The females turn and leave without looking back, without even a goodbye. After all these years, you end up alone. Another drought strikes. You wander alone among the acacia trees where you once walked with your herd. Then, you see a familiar face, a lion you defeated many times before. But this time, he brought companions. The ending isn't as beautiful as you imagined. You ultimately become a meal for a pride of hungry lions. That is just how life is in the jungle.